everybody, this is Gary Dean, and this is our nightly video report for Monday, January 4th, 2016. So, first trading day of 2016, the markets got hit pretty hard. We saw a pretty good short covering rally towards the end of the day. This is just a 15-minute chart, and you can see the majority of the day was trading down, and then we had to spike up. There are no bullish divergences, and again, this is a 15-minute chart right here. So what I'm thinking is, even if they bounce it, we could come back all the way up to the 2024. Maybe we go a little bit higher than that. Most likely we're coming back down again. In either going to test these lows or break them. And that is going to be when I'd be interested in possibly looking long. If it pops up here and gets held down, I may jump on a quick short trade. I still believe there's going to be more pressure to the downside. I don't believe these are lows. I may end up being wrong on it, but it's just the way that this move is this last 15 minutes. I mean, we had the S&P or last 30 minutes go from 1994 all the way up to 2012. You don't open up and trade down all day and then move up some 20 points towards the end of the day. It just doesn't really work like that. So most likely shorts are covering, taking some profits. So most likely we have another push to the downside. That would set up some bullish divergences on the 15-minute chart. So you want to watch the 2024, 2035, and if it continues higher, 2046. I don't think it's coming this high. I think really the 2024 is going to be where you see some sellers step in. But overall, after we make that low, again, we have a real good shot that we are going to come up and at a bare minimum close this gap right here that we left today. So another low would make sense. Here's a channel that it could be following right here. That would be suggesting that we could see a low come somewhere into the 1970 area. And if that happens, then that's a real good trade, because the gap to close this gap up here is 2042. So if we can even get anywhere down near this 1980 area, that's just, some 65-point move to get up here, and that's worth a trade on the long side. So the support, it was broke, and then they rallied it back in, but it does make sense where this bounce happened. But again, we don't have any bullish divergences here. So to me, yes, they could get a bounce. They can continue to squeeze them, but I don't believe that these are the lows, and we're probably going to be coming back down. Now, what's the one thing we really got to watch out for? A lot of times when we get these big moves, bullish divergences don't form. And you can see it here. We made lower lows. This was it. And then we saw a massive rally. So as much as going lower would make sense first, I'm not married to that idea. And that's why I would be very, very cautious if I was going to take a short trade up here, just because it's not really a great setup on it. We obviously don't have any bearish divergences up here, but it would make more sense if we got bullish divergences, and we would need a lower low. So I guess to try not to confuse you on this, I would much rather be a buyer if we came down after this little bounce right here. If it comes up, I really would kind of be patient and possibly look to short. But I would need to see some bearish divergences on the 15-minute charts to do that. And when you get these big moves and moving really, really fast, if you didn't anticipate it ahead of time, a lot of times you're sitting there, kind of your head's going back and forth, like, do I jump short? Do I go long? And again, when you see that, just take a step back, and that's your emotions playing with you, that you're going to be missing a trade. And as you saw today, man, these markets are moving really fast. So I'm going to try to do my best to just wait for a really good setup. So if we take a quick look at the daily chart, you can see 50% retracement. We touched that today, but we already touched it. So my thinking, we're probably coming someplace down into the 1960 and possibly coming all the way down to this 1950 before everything is said and done. But they may come and try to close this gap right here. So we know this is the resistance area here. This is the support. If it breaks, that's when we should expect to move down to the 1960, 1918. Are these lows going to be taken out? There's a chance. There's no way I'm saying no, that's not going to happen. But that's not really the trade I'm looking for. I'm more looking for just your, anywhere from 50 to 100 point move, but I want to be really careful for when I jump in. So I'm still, as much as I'm expecting another low, I'm still kind of neutral on this market. I'm not anxious to be jumping short just because we're going to get a bounce, and I'm not anxious to be going long because we don't have any bullish divergences yet. So keep a little bit of an open mind. I think that will just really help us out. Let the dust settle a little bit after this big move, and then the short covering rally towards the end of the day. Let's see where things just start to line up a little bit better, and then we'll start to position ourselves with the trade. So with that, have a great night, and I'll talk to you guys tomorrow.